All right, guys, so those on the left, people like the Young Turks and Anna Kasparian, swore up and down that grooming is a conspiracy, that it is not happening in schools, right? There's no agenda or push coming from the far left in our society to push their sexuality and gender ideology on children, right? It's simply just made up, okay? It is something that far-right white supremacists, that's a joke, okay? That's more for the YouTube moderators who don't understand sarcasm. But yeah, it's basically a far-right conspiracy that is being used to smear people on the left simply because we don't like what is being taught to kids in school, or because we're homophobic, transphobic, or racist, okay? That is what they're saying, okay? However, we know that it is in fact not a conspiracy, okay? That if there is not a agenda, right, in order to groom kids by some people in this country, they're having a hard time showing it, okay? Because every time you look, there's a new viral video out showing that not only is some of this stuff happening in schools in terms of these teachers trying to push their, woke ideology on kids, but this is also something that is being sponsored by corporate America and also pushed by the Democrat Party. And this story right here, in my opinion, is basically proof of that, okay? As Paramount Plus sponsors drag event where child dances on stage for money, okay? So there's a video that's floating around out there of a little kid bouncing around on stage with drag queens, and he's getting money thrown at him like a stripper, okay? So with that being said, I want to talk about this because, again, it's one thing for it to be being pushed in school. That's already pretty, disturbing enough. But not only is it being pushed in school, but it's being sponsored by corporate America, and the Democrat Party is 100% on board with it, right? And I have definitive proof of that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get in this, okay? Video has surfaced from a May event in which children were encouraged to go on stage to dance for money alongside drag queens. The event, RuPaul's DragCon 2022, took place in Los Angeles and welcomed over 60 featured drag queens from across the country. Featured talent included drag queens such as Ahura, whose Instagram is rife with videos of men wearing fake bouncy breasts, Madame LaQueer, and Trinity the Tuck. Tuck refers to the practice of men tucking their genitals in to present as women. The video making its rounds of DragCon is disturbing, to say the least. At least 2 children are seen on stage, with one dancing, quote, dropping it low and collecting money from a crowd of grown adults cheering the child on. The other dances with a drag queen. Now, there's a show that is connected to this DragCon event, okay, that we're going to watch a video of this child dancing on stage for money but first, I want to play a video that, in my opinion, is kind of proof that the Democrat Party is 100% on board with this type of stuff. As there's a show associated with this called RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars. And I want to show you guys a quick clip in which the leader of the Democrat Party in the House, Miss Nancy Pelosi, makes an appearance on this show. Let's take a look.
I'm so glad to be here with y'all. Thank y'all for being such good sisters to me. I hope you're ready.
All Stars.
Can I get an amen?
RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars new season streaming May 20th exclusively on Paramount Plus. All Stars.
An amen?
Yeah, so that is the leader of the Democrat Party, guys, appearing on a drag queen show. Okay, so when people say that the Democrat Party doesn't sponsor this stuff, this is not endorsed by the Democrat Party, I don't know what further evidence I can provide to convince you that they're 100% on board with it than Nancy Pelosi appearing on this show, right? So this woman, during a time in which we have a border crisis, a crime crisis, an inflation crisis, we have a president that literally is out of his mind. I mean, she's out of her mind too, but she's finding time to appear on a drag queen show. I'm just saying, this to me is an endorsement in my opinion, okay? If I was a politician, I don't think I would ever appear on a show like that. So that takes us to this video of this child, this little boy, dancing on stage for money here, okay? At this drag queen show. Let's actually play this. So again, as you can see here, that at one point, they're giving the kid money, right, as he's dancing. Okay, now some people may say, well, this is harmless. He's just having fun. And, if there weren't drag queens on stage and they weren't tossing money at him, giving him money for dancing like a stripper, I would say, hey, you're right. Okay, you're absolutely correct. It is harmless. He's just having fun as kids should. However, the disturbing part about this is that they're taking a child's innocence, right? And the fact that he is having fun jumping around the music, they're taking advantage of that and making him dance on stage with these drag queens and collect money as if he understands, what that means or what he's dancing about or what, he is celebrating here, right? He has no clue what he's celebrating. He has no clue that strippers, right, and adult entertainers dance around on stage for money. Okay, now is the child going as far as to strip? No, but at the same time, again, it is a disturbing thing here to see a child dancing on stage with drag queens, men dressed in wigs and dresses, dressed like women, and also, getting money thrown at them for it, right? Again, this type of stuff, in my opinion, again, is disturbing because it takes advantage of a child's innocence, the fact that they don't know any better, right? And any parent that would let their child participate in this and think that this is, hey, it's just all in good fun, okay, they really should be ashamed of themselves. So let's read a little bit more here. Just last week, a U.S. Air Force base canceled a scheduled drag story hour following pressure from and exposed by the post-millennial. So the United States military is endorsing this, okay? And I really don't know why. I don't know why you would want to have drag queen story hour for the children of our brave men and women, okay? I really don't understand why. But hey, this is what the U.S. Air Force base that scheduled this drag queen story hour thinks, right? As alarming as the video from DragCon is, even more concerning is the number of large brands and organizations which sponsor the event. DragCon's website lists a number of sponsors, including streaming service Paramount Plus, makeup brand Anastasia Beverly Hills, Joann's Craft and Fabric Store, Out Here Sexual Health, and the Los Angeles Public Library. Wow. Incredible. While Paramount Plus is sponsoring events where young children are dancing on stage with drag queens, they drew a hard line at allowing children to watch certain SpongeBob episodes, banning 2 episodes of the children's show earlier this year for, quote, inappropriate content. One episode featured characters stealing a woman's underwear, and the other featured a clam flu outbreak, which the streaming service deemed too insensitive for a post-COVID world. Okay, yeah, that is interesting because SpongeBob in and of itself, the character of SpongeBob allegedly is gay, right? And there's all types of allusions in this show to the fact that he's gay, but they didn't deem the whole show to be inappropriate. They deemed just a couple episodes where characters are stealing a woman's underwear, and the other in which, there's an outbreak called a clam flu, which, I think that may be, I don't know, too insensitive for, COVID. I don't know. I have no clue, right? I have no clue whatsoever. Paramount Plus and the numerous other sponsors are now facing backlash for sponsoring the event, as many parents are expressing serious concern at their children being subjected to the perverse drag queen culture, and rightfully so. Just a few months ago, the former president of Drag Queen Story Hour, Link Foundation, was arrested on multiple counts of you-know-what. DragCon and its sponsors have yet to respond to the video or backlash. So, yeah, these are the sponsors of this event. Again, this is a full-throated endorsement by the Democrat Party and woke corporate America, right? Again, it's amazing. Okay, but, hey, at least this isn't as bad as what happened a few years ago with, this 11-year-old drag queen named Desmond, who, allegedly danced for dollars in a gay bar, okay? In which, grown men toss money at this young 11-year-old for dancing, okay? Now, this guy, again, was a poster boy for, a lot of this stuff happening. And again, it was probably so bad that YouTube banned the video. So, I don't know. So, hey, this stuff, again, like I said, in my opinion, is just outright just disgusting, to be quite honest with you. But, again, this is what you're voting for when you vote Democrat, right? And this is what you're supporting when you support some of these woke brands in corporate America. Okay, they're supporting this type of stuff. I really don't understand why, and I don't understand why the people that are running this drag queen stuff, why don't just keep it for adults? I really don't care about what you do for adults. You don't have drag queen shows for adults. I have no issues with that. Do what you want to do, right? But why involve kids, right? Why even do that? Why even place that much scrutiny on yourself where you allow kids to be exposed to this type of stuff? That is what really bothers me. Because you would think that, you know, some adults in the room, right? Maybe some drag queens that are not so, I don't know, irresponsible, right? Would say, hey, you know what? Maybe this type of stuff is not appropriate for children. But it seems like nobody ever steps up and says that when it comes to these shows and these situations. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.